Hi, I'm Jim Gordon.
And I'm Lita Lethan.
And welcome to another edition of the brand new national Our City Tonight.
And we're here at the Fashion Blooms Gala for the Autism Network, and we're really excited to be here. What a great charity.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's a great hotel, the Crowne Plaza is, and we should also say great dress from whom?
Flushing Boutique always dresses me perfectly floral.
I tell you, spring, summer in the air. Well, we have a lot to do in this edition of Our City Tonight, so let's get right to it.
This episode of Spirits Up is brought to you by Time Winery and Evolved Cellars. Cheers.
Cheers. Well, here we are at the top of Vancouver. This restaurant has been around for 40 years.
Wow. Excellent. We're here with Krista Lee, who continues this journey of taking us to places we've never been in our city.
In your own city.
In our own city.
I love it that I get to come and visit
It's fantastic.
I've been here for 40 years.
Well,
Jim's not yet 40.
21
No,
as I am.
exactly.
Thank
As
you.
you age.
This is beautiful, and boy, what a spectacular view. As our camera guy Dave said, you want to come up here as a visitor to see all the places you want to visit. After you have a great
Absolutely.
meal here. But you also have some great wines here, and what are we starting with on this gorgeous day?
Well, you know what? The sun is shining. It's summer. We needed a little sparkling, so it's been a while since we had that. And for me, there are no days that go by that I don't drink sparkling. So this is our pink effervescence from Evolved Cellars in Summerland. This is a blend of Pinot Blanc and a little bit of Merlot. And it's got this beautiful small bubble, very fine, but this great fruit. Lots of strawberry, watermelon, and it just tastes like summer.
Perfect summer wine.
And is this available all year round?
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you mix with this in terms of food?
Oh, food. It doesn't even need
Oh, it is food. Yes, exactly.
Food. What's food?
You mix a patio in warm weather with it, right?
Exactly. Good friends. No. Yeah. No. This again, definitely. Salty. Smoked salmon, potato chips again.
chips
It's all about the
with the love,
chips.
yes, all right.
No, caviar, right? Perfect pairing. So
Oh.
you've got that. But this as well goes great with salad or something that's got a little bit of acidity to it, or fruit. So nice with a fruit plate too. Cheese, fruit, that kind of thing.
And one more thing it goes really well with is the view.
Exactly,
Oh,
right?
yes,
So,
very nice.
yes.
Got to try this. Cheers. Can't wait.
Cheers.
Okay.
Taste all of those fruit. Wow.
Yeah,
This is
right.
perfect.
Yeah.
And not sweet.
No.
You've talked
no,
before
it's-
about that. That many of these types of drinks are very too sweet.
Yeah, exactly. It's dry, but it's got fruit forwardness, and it's got great acidity. So
Very nice. And this is of course available at the winery and
available
online.
at the winery, online, at private liquor stores, at your Save-On stores, at your VQA stores. Yeah.
Very
But the
nice.
best place to do is actually visit your winery.
Visit the winery, absolutely. We encourage everybody to visit the wineries. For winery owners, that's the most profitable place for us.
Yeah.
And it's where the wine always tastes best. So it's wine touring season. So come to the Okanagan, come and visit the wineries.
And we should also say that you've got a restaurant up there as well, new facilities. Can you talk briefly about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a deli picnic bar, so paninis, salads.
picnic bar, I like, yeah.
Some charcuteries, cheeses, whatnot. We've got also a picnic license, so you can come and visit the whole property. We've got 12 acres, so come and enjoy the
Picnic
facility.
license. This is fantastic.
License. Very nice. Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
We're going to enjoy a wine from your newest winery, Time Winery, which is about to open.
Yes, we're very excited. So we have purchased the old Penmar Theater in downtown Penticton, and we're currently renovating it into our winery. So it's 4 theaters. So Theater 1 is our fermentation hall, Theater 2 is our barrel cellar, Theater 3 is our cellar, and Theater 4 we're keeping as a theater. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, so
Okay.
kind of fun. So, and this is a new varietal for us that we've just released from Time Winery, and it's our Riesling. So
Wow.
And I know you always joke about you drink all these all year round, but is there a definitive time for a Riesling?
you know what? Summertime is perfect, right?
Yeah.
Because it's very crisp, it's got great acidity. It works so well with the foods that you have in summer, such as salads, light dishes, chicken, pork. So it's generally a little bit lighter. Yeah, so I find Riesling, and it's just got some great apple characteristic to it, amazing acidity. It just makes your mouth water, and it just, yeah, it's luscious and delicious.
That
Very
is
nice.
incredible.
Wow. And this is your newest?
This is our newest. We just released this one. So what we did is we sold our vineyard in Oliver, and what it allowed us to do is work with some of our friends that are grape growers in other regions. So this is an example of a varietal we would not have made had we built the winery in Oliver, because we can't grow Riesling very well. It's just too hot. So this is from a friend actually that grows up in Kelowna. So you get that great acidity, some limestone, some minerality that you really want when it comes to Riesling.
Very
Wow,
nice.
this is definitely on its way to be one of your award-winning ones.
Thank you. Yes.
Well, Krista Lee, our last wine, actually, Jim and I are tasting for the first time, aside from Lawrence, your winemaker.
Yes, actually, we've just bottled this last week. It's not released yet. We're just getting ready to release it in the next couple of weeks, and it's our 2016 Cabernet Merlot. So 50% Cabernet Sauvignon, 25% Merlot, and 25% Cabernet Franc. So you are the first people to taste this wine.
Wonderful. Now,
So-
give us a little bit of example of, the process when it's being bottled and what you're bottling it and
Yeah, absolutely. As it's been aged in a combination of French and American oak for only about 5 months, so not a lot of oak. What we want with this wine from Evolve is to be very fruit forward, very consumer friendly, easy drinking, approachable. Really, why we wanted to feature this one as well is this is perfect for something off the barbecue, right?
Okay,
And
nice.
really great for summer. So, so it's very approachable. It's got soft tannins and just easy drinking. Yeah.
Very
Perfect.
nice. Cheers.
Wow. Cheers to the barbecue weather.
There now.
You're absolutely right.
Right?
That's lovely and fresh.
So, yeah.
And I like the fact that since we started doing this segment with you, so many people don't drink reds in the summertime.
I know.
And
It's
this
crazy.
is such a great red. Why wouldn't you?
Exactly.
Very nice.
So.
Well, thank you for another actually visit to a restaurant we've never been to.
My
This is-
pleasure.
well, I got to tell you, you got to come up here. The views are spectacular, and even better at night too.
Yeah.
And you can get the right wine here.
Yes,
Absolutely,
very true.
exactly. And we encourage you to come and visit us in wine country, so up in the Okanagan. This segment of Spirits Up was brought to you by Time Winery and Evolve Cellars. Cheers.
Very nice.
Cheers. Wendy, this is your second annual Fashion Blooms. What does this mean to you?
Well, for our Pacific Autism Family Network, our hub is now open in Richmond, 60,000 square feet, and we're so proud to help not only those with autism, but any related disorder, so the diagnosis doesn't matter. And today now, we're raising funds for spokes throughout British Columbia. We're going to have 8 in total, and so we can help everyone across the province.
Well, wonderful work, you and Sergio. Just really, congratulations.
Thank you.
What does this mean to you, this particular organization that you and your wife started?
Well, this is a culmination of 10 years of work, so we're incredibly excited to be at this point to have created the Pacific Autism Family Network in Richmond, BC, and now be building out our spokes across the province.
Wonderful, and you put on such a great event. Everyone looks forward to this, and it's a great way to raise some money for your chief charity. So
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well.
wonderful. Thanks for
Thank you.
spending time.
My pleasure.
Sophie, you probably support a lot of different charities. What brings you to this one?
Well, Wendy and Serge are just amazing people. They give so much to the community, and they're just they're beautiful spirits. So they drew me in. But also my nephew Quinn, who is 8 years old, is on the spectrum as well. So and he's a wonderful, sweet little boy. You know, he's full of hugs, full of laughter, full of stories, and it's just so great to see him thrive. So the Pacific Autism Foundation is very close to my heart for that reason as well.
Oh, well, that's great to know. Thank you for letting us know, and looking forward to enjoying the gala together.
Thank you. Have fun.
Well, it is the BC Television and Film Night to Shine. Lita and I are here at the Hyatt Hotel for the annual Leo Awards.
We're here on the red carpet, really excited because we get to interview 2 nominated actors. actually a University of Manitoba grad, so we've got a little bit in common there, and you've spent time growing up in rural Manitoba. What was that like, and then doing this particular role and how you got this role?
Well, the writer-director of the movie, John Bernard, I was in his very first short film that he did, and one of the very first acting jobs I ever had in Winnipeg. And we shot that in rural Manitoba, which was interesting.
Wow.
But in prepping for this character, I sort of felt like that could have been me. When I was in university at the University of Manitoba, I was in a long-term relationship with someone, and I thought I was going to get married and have kids and probably live in Winnipeg. And knowing myself as I do now and how I need the creative stimulation, I kind of feel like I'm sliding doors. I may have ended up being her.
Wow.
So I could really, really relate to living in Winnipeg and having a child and or a husband and not being completely fulfilled in my life.
Wow. Well, I was just dying to bring up your little Ginch-Gonch endeavor as well, because my co-host actually, he was sponsored by that company for a short time.
It's amazing.
What was that like?
It was amazing, absolutely incredible. I got to travel all over the world in my underwear, and some of the experiences that I went through are unbelievable. Like many, many, many positive ones, but also I was almost kidnapped by the Russian mafia when we were in Russia. It was crazy.
Well, we're going to have to get you back for another interview for that, definitely.
You know, I always like asking actors like yourself, who you've got over 100 TV credits and everything, do you take in every single thing that you get from the different types of directors? I mean, I'm thinking like working with a Neil Blomkamp or something like that. Do you just soak that up? I mean, as an actor, it must really help you as an actor to work with a variety of great directors and writers.
100%. Yeah, every director comes with something different, and some directors are actor directors, and they really know how to, communicate with the actors, because they were actors before, some of them. Yeah. Other directors haven't been, but they just really communicate in a different way. I absorb like a sponge. Like, you just take what you can, take what you need, and then just discard the rest of it. And for me on 19-2, Louis Charquette, who was the head coach, he really fine-tuned my instrument, and he really helped me to expand and grow as an actor. And I hope that we get to do something again real soon. He was amazing. So
I like the way you described that as a metaphor. Fine-tune my instrument. That's well done.
Yeah.
By the way, this is the only time I'm going to talk to a Chelsea fan ever on this show. But his girlfriend.
My girlfriend's a Chelsea fan, so okay. I'm Arsenal though.
I'm Arsenal too, but this is the only time I'm going to talk to a Chelsea fan. Congratulations. Good luck tonight.
Thank you
very much.
All right.
Cheers.
Well, you are one of the hardest working actors, and you've been in a lot of things. Not to age you or anything, but you've won a lot of things. You've been very, very successful. What would you say is different from, say, even that 17 years ago working as a Canadian actor?
What's different?
Yeah, what's different?
I know how the industry works now, and sometimes knowing nothing is sometimes more powerful. The power of being naive is sometimes something that I miss.
Yeah, but you are getting a lot of work and you're steady. So what would you say? What would you say is even just the atmosphere of Canadian film and movies in the industry right now?
In Canada, I think it's still thriving. I think we're still growing. I still think we have a voice that is still needs to be heard. And I think the films and the television programs that are coming out of Canada right now are the best that it's ever been. And it's just getting better.
Great.
Better and better and better.
And what are you working on quickly?
I'm working on season 2 of Dirk Gently on BBC America and Netflix, and season 2 of Winona Earp airs in June.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, thanks for spending time with us. You're in demand today, so we'll let you.
Only with you. Only in demand.
Thanks, Michael.
You too.
Well, folks,
folks, now we find ourselves at the wonderful Terminal City Club for one of the great charity events of the season. It's the Zajac Nights.
Zajac Nights is an awesome organization to raise money for Zajac Ranch, and we just love Mel and Wendy and Carmen and Corinne. They're doing such an amazing job for kids with disabilities that can go to camp and just have a great time and be their own self.
That's right. We're going to check out some of the great party. The vibe here is great. We'll also get a chance to talk to Mel and his daughter Carmen. But let's check out the party first.
What makes you guys get involved with such an organization, such as the Zajac Ranch?
Mel Zajac, for one.
Good answer.
It's just a brilliant cause, and we've really enjoyed it. Both Jeff and I have been involved now for 5 years.
Wow.
And the events carries its own momentum. We have a very strong committee and a U40 group that's also involved. So it's just taken on its own sort of life as itself, I guess, at the end of the day.
And I got to say, I mean, there's a lot of nice people in this city, but and it may be a cliche, Jeff, but I've not met a nicer man in the city than Mel Zajac. You just want to do stuff for the guy.
Not only that, the guy's got more energy than both you and I, to be honest. You know, and he's almost approaching 90, but he's the life of the party wherever he goes, and you'll see it tonight in his white outfit. He's the best dressed guy here, I'll tell you that right now.
You guys, you've started this foundation and this Zajac Ranch. Tell us a little bit about that, for what this evening is all about.
Well, the foundation was started, back in 1987 when we lost 2 members of our family in separate sporting accidents. And my dad decided to form a legacy in their memory, and so hence we have the Zajac Ranch for Children.
And Mel, I've been out to your ranch. It just does so much good for the kids. Can you talk a little bit about what the kids and their families can experience at the ranch?
Well, the kids can experience everything that you and I, as working individuals there, in wheelchairs. They can go into the swimming pool with wheelchairs. They can go on a high ropes course, and everything you and I can do, canoeing, kayaking, so forth, and they just have a ball.
And guys, an event like this, which Lita and I have said before, is one of the highlights of the early summer season. How important is an event like this for the maintenance of the ranch?
Well, I think it gives us a lot of exposure, first of all, because we get several hundred people here, and it's a lot of fun. And it's a lot of young people get involved who learn to know more about our foundation and the Children's Ranch.
Well, I got to tell you, Mel, you are, it's a 20s theme tonight. I found nothing in my closet that resembled the 20s, but Mel, you are rocking that Sinatra hat. I like that.
Carmen, you're
Carmen, look at this look here, huh?
Okay.
Flapper look. Guys, thanks for talking to us early in the night, and have a great evening out there tonight.
Well,
Cheers. Thank you, guys. Thanks. This health and wellness segment is brought to you by Viva Nutraceuticals, makers of Insosia.
We're here for our health and wellness segment at Live Health Center at Oak Ridge Center. And I'm here with a very special gentleman to talk about insomnia. Now, insomnia affects about 40% of the population. It's probably a lot more than people think. So what is insomnia exactly?
Insomnia is the inability of falling asleep, or when you wake up at night you feel like you did not have a good rest and you don't feel really, really good.
Okay, and so what are the symptoms? How would somebody know that they actually have insomnia?
So you feel like you are really fatigued, you are lethargic, you have trouble to work and to do any kind of task because your physical and your mental abilities are touched and disturbed by the lack of sleep.
And as I understand from our discussions is that there's a couple there's a couple types of insomnia to be recognized.
Totally. There is the true insomnia, and we have the transitory insomnia. So the true insomnia is the inability of sleep due to either you cannot fall asleep, or you wake up at night, or you have dream disturbed sleep. And this happens for at least 2 to 3 months, 3 to 5 times a week. And we have the transitory insomnia, where you have like external factors such as like noises, temperature, if you had coffee or stimulants at night, or if you are suffering from another disease like pain or respiratory disease that push you not to fall asleep. But when these symptoms like factors are removed from the equation, then you go back to your normal sleeping pattern.
Oh, healthy sleeping patterns seem to be so out of reach for so many people. And so once they've come to you and they've been diagnosed, what would you suggest they do? I mean, it can be so disturbing.
Totally. So when I get patients coming to see me, the idea of the traditional Chinese medicine is we actually focus on the person, but at the same time we focus on targeting the root of the problem. So you come to see me and you say, hey Olivier, I have insomnia. I will look at your body and say, okay, find the reason of it, and then treat you accordingly. The treatment will be specifically designed for your body. Usually in Chinese medicine we do a mix of acupuncture, but also Chinese herbs that are very powerful.
Absolutely, and I know people are wanting to go away from taking, drugs per se and moving into the more traditional medicine style, and it's been very, very effective. Is there any particular herbs that they go towards?
There are a few types of herbs that helps to calm the mind. Like in Western world, people know about chamomile. That is very easy to use. But in Chinese medicine, we have different herbs that help specifically to calm the mind and sedate the patient, and the person can actually fall asleep.
Wonderful. So again, what would you give some people some advice on if they suspect that they have insomnia and it's ruining their life?
So I would actually monitor their symptoms, try to see if they have a really pattern of not able to fall asleep, or they wake up at night. And then if it's the case, they can always consult any Chinese medicine practitioners for help. Usually consultations are for free, so they can get a good advice on how to change or adjust their lifestyles as well to avoid this pattern.
Wonderful. Well, thanks for spending some time with us today. We really appreciate the advice.
I appreciate it as well. Thank you very much.
This edition of the Health and Wellness segment has been brought to you by Viva Nutraceuticals, makers of Insozia.
Insozia is an effective sleep aid that can help you wake up in the morning feeling well rested. The traditional Chinese herbal medicine is patented and has been used for centuries to help relieve insomnia due to heart-blood deficiency. Insozia is made in Canada, formulated by doctors, and manufactured by experts with more than 20 years of experience. For more information, go to vivahealthsolutions.com.
Welcome back to our city tonight. We're downtown Vancouver at one of our favorite restaurants, Cafe Il Nido.
Right on.
And most people know that Vancouver is full of really talented actors. And Jim, recently you got to sit down with one of those talented actors.
That's right. I'd never met Karen Conneval before, but she is a Renaissance woman. She's an actress on the stage, small screen, the big screen. She's an author. She's a children's author. She's a painter. And recently she revised her role as Maurice in the brand new Planet of the Apes movie, War for the Planet of the Apes. Here's a look at her as Maurice.
I cannot take her, Maurice.
Karen, we got to start obviously with the new movie War for the Planet of the Apes, which is the best in the series. As a critic, I know everybody's saying that along with me. Can you talk about how, as an actor, the technology we can discuss in a minute, but as an actor, playing Maurice, we've just looked at the clip, how do you find your grounding as an actor, playing someone who's not human?
Well, the first place I started, and the place that was the same throughout, is to find Maurice and his orangutan integrity, period. Everything that is about Maurice, some people have asked about how did I, there's an element of humanity that appears to be Maurice, and he is so thoughtful, so observant, so compassionate, so wise. And all of these things I've observed in the orangutans that I've come to know through my research. over the past 7 years. And from the moment I was first inspired by a real-life orangutan, Tawan, who fully is the heart and soul of Maurice. And I knew Tawan for 6 years and saw in him and in other members of his family all the demonstrations of all the different things that we see in Maurice. So those are all, they come from an orangutan place. And so that has been my main focus throughout, is to find Maurice and his orangutan integrity, whether that's his physicality, his psychology, just the way he responds to everything.
Because he's also really the heart of this main group of characters. He is really the heart of this. Caesar is this. And can you talk a bit about the physical training, the process of going through? Because again, if you haven't seen the movie yet, and I'm sure most of you will out there, it may sound simplistic to say this, but you have to train your body and your mind.
Hugely, hugely. The physical training alone, when I first started learning to quadrupedally walk, it looks simple. Left foot, right hand, right foot, left hand, left foot. And I've been a dancer since I was a kid. So I thought at first, well, this is going to be a piece of cake. It is not a piece of cake, just even getting the limbs to go in the right way, then getting your weight forward onto your arms. And the cardiovascular workout that is massive. Terry Notary, who trained all of us in quadrupedal walking, is the master of this. He also plays Rocket in the series, and we've done 3 movies together, obviously. I found it brutal when we started in 2010, that was crazy hard. One of the things we also did to help me give Maurice his weight, because it's not something they can make up later digitally, I have to bring the entire performance of Maurice. So Terry attached extra 5-pound weights to each of my arms. So as the chimps were bounding along, these lithe young men bounding along, here was me hauling ass pretty much with all the, you know what I mean, like with these weights, okay, I'm coming, Maurice is coming. Very 9:30 in Newfoundland. But it was really quite the thing. And so my physical preparation for me, certainly before dawn and also before war, has involved months of working out in the gym and cycling and weightlifting and yoga, because orangutans have this fluidity and flexibility that seems to be much more than the gorillas or the chimpanzees. So there's a huge amount to it. Then there's all the voice training and everything. Learning to long call, finding vocalizations that are based entirely on real orangutan vocalizations, which are entirely different from chimpanzees and gorillas.
Wow, it's hard to believe that movie is 40 years old. It came out in 1977. The reason we're showing you that, it's part of our fantastic DVD giveaway. Now you can win an edition, 40th edition of Saturday Night Fever, and the complete Good Wife series. You can win it by doing what?
You can go to our Facebook page and just send us a message of wanting to win that particular DVD set.
Yeah, it could be yours just for watching our show. I'm Jim Gordon.
I'm Lita Leapin.
We'll see you next time on Our City Tonight.
Don't tickle her, Jim.